What's good, everybody? So it is that time. I've decided that Fridays are going to be the days where I give you an update on my health and fitness sort of weight loss journey. It has been exactly 2 weeks since I locked in, started tracking everything for this journey. So for me, I'm considering November 1st to be like the start date of this. Everything else beforehand is kind of like whatever. November 1st was the start date. And here we are 2 weeks later, and I'm here to update you with everything that's happened. I know it's only been like 4 or 5 days. Technically for me, it was like 6 days when I recorded this. It's my last video. But I figured just having like one specific day of the week where I talk about this stuff is good for me to keep up to date with things. And every week seems to be, you know, a good time to do that. But really, what's happened? What's the week been like? How am I feeling? Number one, I'm just gonna get the results in right out the way already. Since last week, I started the beginning of the week, November 7th, being 256.2 pounds. Today, I am sitting at a little bit dehydrated. To bear that in mind, 1 or 2 pounds, right? I'm sitting at 248.6, which is a loss of 7.6 this week. Yippee! And over the course of the entire month, so over 2 weeks so far, I have lost 13.6 pounds, which is awesome. Again, I'm very much aware that the first 2 weeks, it's mainly going to be water weight, getting rid of my glycogen stores and stuff like that. So I'm really aware that it's a very quick 2 weeks, and that's usually how it happens, and things start to plateau and even off later on. So I'm really excited for week 3, and what I feel like that's going to be more representative of like a true loss per week I can be expecting, because almost 8 pounds is kind of crazy. I'm expecting maybe 3 to 4 is like per week is really maybe like a more realistic thing of what might happen after I'm getting rid of basically all this water so far. That's kind of what I'm expecting. But I have not cheated on my diet a single time. I've been sticking to around between 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day, and I've been feeling pretty good. I haven't really felt like I'm starving for food, or it's all I can think about all the time, and I hate this, and I've not been having any of those thoughts. Like I said in the first video, I'm kind of lucky that I'm not that kind of person that's very like food driven. I don't consider myself someone to have a food addiction. I think I'm someone who just has developed bad habits over like a long period of time. So it's been really easy for me to kind of manage all this and just be like, okay, that's what I have to eat. Okay. Like it doesn't bother me. Like I don't have these cravings for stuff like, oh, this is what I have to eat for this to work. Cool. I kind of have more of like a food is fuel kind of relationship. And I think that's been like a pretty big help with this journey so far. And again, one of the reasons why I'm not taking any of the GLP-1s, because for me, the discipline is more important. There has only been one time in this past 2 weeks, it was like on Monday, where I really kind of struggled. I had my meal. I felt quite full, even nauseous afterwards. And I was like, I just couldn't stop thinking about like eating or like appetite or food for some reason, and I hadn't had that before for a very, very long time. And I'm like, oh my god, like I couldn't stop thinking about it, to the point where I couldn't sleep properly. I was like, I can't tell if I'm hungry. Like, am I hungry? Like, what is going on? And it was a very weird feeling that made me like it kept me awake like all night, but I slept, woke up, and I was totally fine and ready to go again with the day. So the actual food stuff has not really been too much of a problem, which is really the hardest part, I feel like, of this whole thing. But so far, so good. And I consider that like a massive win. Now, things that I've struggled with. Number one, sleep. I've been in a really bad insomniac for like the last like 7 years of my life, essentially. I've been a really bad sleeper, but specifically now that I'm changing a lot of stuff in my life, I'm really struggling to adjust. I've been going to bed at like 8 a.m, 9, 10, waking up at like 5 p.m. I've been trying to change that, being in bed by 1 a.m. and just lying there, not being able to sleep for 5 hours, and suddenly I've wasted 5 hours of my day. You know, it's been really bad, which is why content's been a bit weird, my stream's been a bit irregular. I've been trying to fix this and I can't, and I've been wasting a lot of time, and I've been really struggling with it. I've really been struggling with my sleep, and because I really want to get in a good routine and be up early and so that to me is a process that I'm gonna have to deal with and find certain things. Again, in the UK, you can't get melatonin unless you're prescribed. I don't really want to do this with any medications. I just want to do it by pure will of mind and discipline to get myself to sleep properly. So hopefully tonight that will be, by the time you watch this, I should be in bed, hopefully, fingers crossed, and everything should be fine. The second thing that I've really been struggling with is drinking enough. I think this might be linked to my sometimes inability to like understand like the hunger signals in my body, because I never feel thirsty. I don't know if anyone else is like this. I never feel thirsty, and I have to physically remind myself I need to drink water or I need to drink something to do it, right? And it's a bit of a problem. Like, I can tell if my lips are chapped and my heart rate's getting raised. I'm like, oh, I need to be drinking water because my body's dehydrated. Like, I can tell the signs of dehydration that makes me go, I need to physically go drink water now. But I very rarely feel that like thirst feeling, and it makes it hard for me to keep myself high. I simply forget, but I've been trying to at least drink one of these a day. Like, sometimes I will barely drink like one of these, and it's really, really bad. And I've always been like this. But water is so important because it helps you with your muscle repair, to autophagy, to get rid of loads of stuff in your body, to sleep properly, for your cells to even work like as good as they could, me to even sleep better. So I know I have to. So I'm really trying to force myself to drink more. Having reminders doesn't help, by the way. Having like drink this every hour. I'm ADHD. I become blind to like things written on a bottle, and it literally means nothing to me. Timers, I'll just be like, it's a timer, leave it, it's whatever. And it doesn't really help me particularly too much anyway. So those are two things that I'm really struggling with. So the diet itself, I've been fine. I know some people might think 1,200 calories is like really sort of dangerous, but I'm not having any adverse side effects. I have the energy that I need. I don't feel like sick. I don't feel like I'm starving. It's been pretty fine. Next week I do have like a bit of a few higher calorie days, like 1,400, just to make sure that I'm not like destroying my metabolism or destroying my rate of work my cells have to do to digest food. So I'm trying to balance out, give myself like a bit more leniency in that sort of regard. But everything's been fine. Workouts haven't been as consistent this week because I've been trying to fix my sleep, and obviously when you can't sleep and you waste 5 hours of your day, that eats a lot of your normal time that you would do stuff, and it's made it harder. And I don't want to work out and do lifting weights and not getting any sleep or drinking enough, and I feel like it would just make myself feel bad. So I've not been as consistent. I've been maybe like 3 times rather than the full like 6 days and I wanted to. But I'm gonna, no excuses now. I'm going to go to bed and wake up and do it, and that will be fine, because that I do enjoy it. I actually really enjoy it, and I'm just really frustrated in myself that I'm not sleeping right. But the overall progress has been insane. Like, as you can see here, like this is that's the week, 7.6 pounds over the week, and then over the course of a month we have 13.6. And then, like I said, I'm aware a lot of it is just water weight, and week 3 is going to be the true king, the true test of that's going to be indicative of my real sort of like burn every week. And I'm scared but also excited, because I didn't mention this last time in my last video, but I have a hormone problem. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I've had it for the last since I was 16. And I was a healthy weight then when I was 16. I've had it, and it's kind of been something that's like really annoying to deal with. Being a woman, it's something that's very annoying and awkward to deal with for like a very, very long time. And it's something that messes with your metabolism too. And so I know I have factors working against me, but it ain't no excuse. Despite that, I'm still going to lean into this as wholeheartedly as I can. And I just feel very motivated right now because I feel like things are working. And in terms of like body changes, I'm wearing look how big this shirt is, right? Look how oversized this is. I'm wearing oversized clothes basically every day because I don't want to look at myself until I'm like out. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of annoyed that I never took like before photos. So I can't really like see a progress in pictures over time. But I don't think like my stomach area has really changed at all particularly. I do feel like a change in my face, like here, like around my face shape. And those of you who are heavier will understand what I mean if you like start losing weight. I feel lighter around my neck. Like I feel I have like less around like here that makes me feel like stiff or like less mobile. Like that's kind of where I'm feeling it. But apart from that, no other like changes that I can tell or feel just yet, which I think is to be expected. I've only lost like 14 pounds. I maybe after I've lost like 30 I'll notice some like significant changes, but right now it's kind of whatever. But I don't really care. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling better, and I'm just excited to see what week 3 brings. So overall, diet is a W. Need to change my habits, because this is building good habits for everything will make this so much more of a success, because discipline is the number one thing, right? Keeping discipline is important. So making sure I'm drinking every day, making sure I'm sleeping right. If I can get those 2 nailed, and making sure I'm still doing my workouts, if I get those things nailed, this will be so much more easier for my mental, and like I'm doing something right. Because as someone with ADHD, as soon as you are not sticking to the plan that you need to, you start disregarding everything. Like, oh, I can't do this thing unless I get this thing fixed. Oh, and then I'm worried I'd slip on like my diet. So I need to lock in and get that under control before I worry about all the other stuff. That's kind of the update. And we're going to be doing this every Friday. We're going to call it, what, Fat Fuck Friday? I can't put that in my title, but I think it's funny. So it's Fat Fuck Friday, week 2, 13.6 pounds down overall since the start of November. I will see you guys next week. And that's going to me, that's going to be the most exciting week of like, what's the true loss per week? I'm expecting like 3 to 4, but we'll see. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.